But why did Clavicula social media ascend so quickly? I've asked myself many times, and I still don't really know the answer. But what I do know is that I found it quite fascinating. It's like watching a car crash play out in real life. It's like what he said he's going to do. Is he really going to do? He said he's going to do a Bimax in January, and now it's February, and he has not done the 35k Bimax. He said he's going to stream, and he began, I think, in November, and now apparently he's the biggest streamer on Kick. He said he is going to try to improve his looks further, but mostly he has stayed the same and stopped working out. Maybe because by doing the things he did, he already realized that social media, at least now for him, is a way bigger lever than trying to increase his height, to increase his presence in the room by doing a risky surgery, not being able to train for a couple of months, only to be a little taller. Now, of course, this could be quite a marginal utility for someone who's really small, but that's not what the video is about. What the video is about is why did he become so famous so fast? I think he, similar to Bryan Johnson, had a few elements that made this very interesting, at least to me, so I will use myself as a proxy. A, he obviously did not look as good as he does now. So what did he do? Also, what I found quite interesting is that he took it upon himself, apparently, already in his teenage years, to try to improve even his endocrine system, which I for myself, for example, did actually never really consider. In the last years, I sometimes tracked hundreds of variables. I track a few different biomarkers, like HRV measured on a Garmin watch, like VO2 max estimates. I also did a blood test once, and I take creatine, and I try to correlate different supplements with different biomarkers, but that's mostly about it. Of course, I also train. What's so interesting, I think, about Clavicula is that A, he's young, B, he's obviously good looking, and C, he had quite a few things to say. He had new things to say. Things that nobody dared to say before. He, I think, also represents kind of a new wave, which I, myself at least, kind of see as the pendulum swinging back towards a more male-dominated society, beginning with the re-election of Donald Trump. And now it seems social media platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, again allow more free speech and censor less. I asked ChatGPT a couple of times about this, and it always kind of gaslighted me into saying, no, there is nothing like this happening. But of course it's happening. At least it seems to me like it is. So what he represents, to a certain extent, is a hero's journey. Here he was only like 1, 2, 3 years ago, and now here he is doing what he does right now. And what's also interesting about this is that he's not really the classical hero, but rather he is also at least a little bit villainish. So similar to Bryan Johnson, not about the villainish thing, I think it's quite interesting to see how he interacts with different personalities. And podcasts obviously allow exactly this.